Hey everyone, hope you all doing well. So let's talk about cooking in it, SHTF. Now, I'm not just talking about political SHTF. I'm talking also floods, tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes. Here where I live in northern Nevada, we don't have too many things to worry about, at least in my location. It has flooded here before. But but we do get one or two storms a year that if this place was on the coast, it would be considered a hurricane, or at the very least a high-end tropical storm. Some people will lose roofs and everything else. But our infrastructure is built pretty well for that here. They've done it. It's expected. It's going to happen. So our infrastructure does well. And of course, we don't have to worry about like Category 5 type winds. I mean, if we get it, it's going to be like Category 1. Maybe occasionally Category 2 up in the mountains, but for the most part, it's going to be Category 1 or less. So I'm going to tell you what I got, how I would use each one, and um, how we would go about living. Now, some of you may be in apartments where they don't allow a charcoal grill, they only allow a gas grill. And some others of you may be in an apartment complex, they only allow electric grill. Well, if you're in an apartment complex that only allows gas grills, I mean, you can make that work easy. If you're in an apartment complex that does only allows electric grills, I'm going to leave that to your imagination how to get over that. But uh, so you have to be able to cook your food. And cooking over open campfire, I've done that many times, but I don't want to do that for days or weeks on end, and I don't have to. So let me start off with um, my main grill, which is Weber Genesis 3 burner. Now it's a natural gas grill, so I don't have to mess with propane or do anything with that, like that. Now as long as we got, if SHTF did come down, as long as we didn't have to get out of town or whatever, or lose natural gas, I would then turn to that exclusively. And I can do that pretty easy. It's a Weber. It's a great grill. I can dial in 300 degrees, 350 degrees, and bake the lasagna, bake a pizza, uh, grill steak, whatever it may be. I can cook multiple meals on it, and it doesn't have a side burner, so you know that may be problematic to a point. But I do have another grill that does have a side burner. So first of all, let me explain everything I got. I've got a natural gas Weber Genesis. I've got another propane grill that's on the mother-in-law's patio. I don't even remember what brand that is, but it's a great grill. I ruined it trying to clean it. I put the wrong cleaner on it, but it still works fine. It's just the appearance. Just it's not something you want to invite people over to eat. You know. I've got a tall um, smoker that runs off propane. I've got the old trusty Weber kettle. I've got the Big Easy charcoal griller, turkey deep fryer, And then I have a Blackstone 36-inch griddle. So that's what I have in my arsenal. And, I probably, honestly, for all them grills, I've probably paid less than $800 for them all. 'Cause I got them at opportune times. Maybe 900, but I doubt that. So it's not super expensive. Now you can easily blow $800 on a single grill, but you don't need to. You can go down to Lowe's or Home Depot right now and get you a decent propane grill for $100. And as long as you learn to cook on it, because a grill like that's going to have hot spots and cold spots, and you got to cook on it and learn it. But again, as long as we had natural gas and we weren't going anywhere, I would then turn to that because I would conserve my propane and my charcoal. If natural gas did go down, then I would wheel out my propane grill and use that probably in combination with my smoker. I would use the grill to, like, I don't know, cook stuff that you would normally cook on top of the stove. And then I would use the smoker to bake because it does an outstanding job once I dial the temperature, keeping the temperature. So again, I could bake a cake in it. I could cook lasagna, whatever I want to do. Bake bread. I could be, baking bread in that while I'm frying up bacon and eggs. Well, I'd probably do that on the griddle, but uh, I don't know, baking bread while I'm cooking a steak and something else on the gas grill, the propane gas grill. Then I would um, probably go to the Weber kettle, even though in my view it's the most versatile out of all of them. Last, because I'd want to save my charcoal and wood. Now I've got all this, and I've got 5 propane bottles. Plus, I've got a big propane bottle in the motorhome, and I do have a stove in there as well that doesn't rely on electricity. So I'd have that option too if it came down to that. But I have 2 garbage cans full of charcoal and wood, so I'm in pretty good shape there. But you will go through that a little quicker than you will propane. I only really spatially cook with propane anymore. But I want to say, and I grill a lot. A propane tank would last me 3 or 4 months, and that's grilling a lot. Now grilling every night, hmm, I don't know, probably a month, maybe a month and a half. And I got the Big Easy. If food was getting scarce and I went out there and shot a duck or something along them lines, I'd definitely cook it in a Big Easy. But it does a great job cooking. It does a very good job conserving propane. And then lastly, I've got the griddle. Now the griddle does a great job cooking burgers, everything else. But I would tend to be conservative about using it because it does go through the propane pretty fast. I mean, it will eat up a tank of propane pretty quick. But, you know, if I had like the smaller camp 2-burner version, the one made for camping, then I'd probably, in my situation anyway, I would probably use it more. Now, in a normal situation, I don't hesitate going to it because I can just go down the street and fill up a propane bottle. But in an SHTF type operation, I want to be able to preserve my way to cook, reheat food. And these are just some ideas. You need to be able to store food, but you also need to be able to cook them. And yes, you can get out the Dutch oven or whatever it may be and build a fire in the backyard or whatever and cook away. But there's a lot of easier ways of doing this, especially when you got decent equipment. Now, if somebody didn't have anything, let's say they lived in an apartment or were in their first starter home, didn't really have a grill, don't know how to grill, my initial recommendation would probably be, if you had to go down and get one today to protect yourself, because after tomorrow, we really don't know what's going to happen. I would probably start off with one of them cheap propane grills at Lowe's, even though my preference would be the Weber, but you're going to spend a lot of money on charcoal right off the bat, and it's going to get expensive. And if it's just one or two of you, then you can get the downside version, like the camping version. Weber makes a little, I'm not sure what size it is, but it's a smaller version that's made to go camping. Always get the Weber kettle. Don't get anything else. And then Weber also has a very good camping gas grill that is basically a tabletop model. And that might be a very good, I bought one, not a Weber, but when I came back from Mexico and was waiting on my house being built, I had to live in an apartment in Reno for about 6 months. And so I went down to Sam's Club, and they had one of them little camping tabletop things. So I went and bought me a patio table at Big Lots, I think it was. And I put that thing on there and hooked a propane tank up to it. And it cooked fantastic. Fantastic. I think I paid $109 for it. I gave that to my son to put in his trailer. So I don't have it anymore, but it worked really well, and very conservative use of propane, very conservative. So anyway, these are just some ideas. I hope this helps, put in perspective, just know what you're trying to get out of everything and the end game. And you'll never go wrong getting a grill. Once you learn how to, I don't care if you've never grilled in your life. Once you learn how to grill properly, you'll be out there grilling all the time. All right, thank you all. Have a good day. Bye.